The awakening. When your body starts speaking. We are going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to understand the transition into perimenopause. Welcome back inside the grounded circle. Today, we are having a conversation that I believe more women need to hear. A conversation about a season of life that is often misunderstood, overlooked, or even avoided. And that conversation is perimenopause. Now, before we go any further, I want to say something important. This episode is not about fear. It is not about looking at aging as something negative. It is not about feeling like a version of yourself is disappearing. This conversation is about awareness. It is about understanding. And it is about giving women permission to recognize that when their bodies begin to change, they are not broken. They are transitioning. For many women, perimenopause can feel confusing because it often arrives during a season of life where we are already carrying so much. We may be raising children, building careers, supporting families, managing responsibilities, trying to keep up with everyone's needs. And then suddenly, our own bodies start asking for attention. Maybe your energy feels different. Maybe your emotions feel different. Maybe your sleep changes. Maybe you feel like you don't quite recognize yourself the way you used to. And one of the hardest parts can be not understanding why. I think many women spend years wondering, why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel more tired? Why am I more emotional? Why does what used to work for me suddenly feels harder? And sometimes instead of curiosity, we respond with criticism. We blame ourselves. We tell ourselves we need to try harder, be more disciplined, get more organized, push through. But what if your body isn't asking you to push harder? What if it's asking you to listen? I think this connects so deeply to everything we have talked about inside the grounded circle, because so much of our lives have been spent ignoring ourselves, ignoring our exhaustion, ignoring our needs, ignoring the quiet signs that we need something different. We have been conditioned to celebrate the woman who can do everything. The woman who never stops, the woman who handles it all. But eventually, our bodies have a way of saying, please pay attention. And that is not a failure. That is wisdom. I think one of the biggest lessons of this season is realizing that our bodies are not our enemies. They are communicating with us. They are constantly giving us information. And sometimes the invitation is not to fight the change. The invitation is to understand it. Perimenopause is a season of transition. And transitions can feel uncomfortable because they require us to release an old version of ourselves. Maybe the version of you who could survive on very little sleep. Maybe the version of you who can say yes to everything. Maybe the version of you who measured success by how much she could accomplish. And that can be emotional. Because even positive change requires letting go. But what if this season is not taking something away from you? What if it is revealing something new? What if this is a season where you finally begin listening to yourself? Where you begin honoring your needs without apology. Where you stop asking, how do I keep up? And start asking, what does my body need from now on? I think there is a powerful shift that happens when we stop seeing aging as something we need to fight, because every season of life brings something different. There is a beauty in youth. There is beauty in motherhood. There is beauty in experience. And there is beauty in becoming a woman who knows herself more deeply. This season can bring awareness. It can bring clarity. It can bring a deeper understanding of what matters. Sometimes the symptoms or changes we experience become an invitation to slow down and reassess. Are we living in alignment with what we value? Are we taking care of ourselves? Are we still trying to prove something? Are we carrying responsibilities that no longer belong to us? Because maybe this transition is not just about hormones. Maybe it is about identity. Maybe it is about asking, who am I now? Not who was I before? Not who do others need me to be? But who am I becoming? So here's my grounded challenge this week for you as a simple reflection. I want you to spend some time listening to yourself, not judging, not criticizing, just listening. Ask, what has my body been trying to tell me? What areas of my life need more compassion? What do I need to release in this next season? Because your body is not betraying you. Your body has carried you through every season you have survived, every challenge, every joy, every chapter, and now it deserves your attention and your kindness. As we continue this conversation, I just want you to remember, you are not losing yourself. You are meeting yourself in a new way. Thank you for spending this time with me inside the Grounded Circle. Until next time, stay grounded, honor your journey, and remember, every season of you deserves to be seen, understood, and loved.